And when you pray that God remove anybody from your life and then you see people start dropping like flies, that's when you know, babe, you're paying me. Cut it out. We're gonna sip on this slow because it's a little bitter. Hello everyone, it is Ashley here. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your very first time tuning in, this is me raw in the flesh. Not much going on here, but we're gonna be talking about a lot. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below as we move along. And if you're coming back, hey girl, hey, welcome back. You're in for some tea, all right? Gathered you all around for like a little late night vent session because I have a lot to talk about. I also have some wine. Tonight I'm trying the cupcake from Vineyards, the cupcake rosé. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna sip on this slow. Anyways, as I said before, it's late at night. Did my skincare, I smell good, and I smell good because I'm using Dossier's fragrance tonight. Thank you so much, Dossier, for partnering with me in this video. They have sent me over 2 fragrances to try, and I've absolutely been loving them this week. I've been wearing them all week to the gym, at nighttime, in the morning, around the house. So Dossier is simply an affordable, fair alternative to your luxury perfumes. And when I say your favorite luxury, yes, I mean the Chanel's, the YSL's, the Tom Fords, okay? We like to ball on a budget over here. The black girl luxury lifestyle, but saving the coin at the same time. I really love the Florentio Vanilla and the Fougere Oid, I believe is how you pronounce it. And this Florentio Vanilla fragrance specifically was inspired by the YSL Black Opium. And I definitely can see the similarity because every single time I go into Ulta, I smell that perfume and I was like, I want it, I want it, I want it. This one is great. Okay, this gives me like definitely daytime wear, but also like a nighttime wear. You can mix it with different fragrances. Like I would definitely top this off with like my Ebony Wood. Any scent on Dossier is between $29 or $59. Okay, hello, cheap compared to the luxury designer brands, which range from like $50 to $280 retail. So if that's not a steal, I don't know what is. Their Fougere Oid. This one is definitely a woody scent for sure. I believe this one was from their unisex section. Yeah, definitely peppery, very, very good for, honestly, this is a great like male fragrance. I would probably like give this to my brother because it smells really, really good. But one thing that I do love about Dossier is that they have a risk-free system, unique, okay? They allow you to test out these fragrances, but if you're not satisfied, they take exchanges, they take returns, forever. Dossier already offers up to 20% on their website already, but if you guys use my discount code TOLDBYASHLEY, you'll get an additional 10% off, which will bring you up to 30% off on these fragrances. So please take advantage of them. I swear by these perfumes. Get y'all some. Use my discount code. Information in the bio. Let's get into this video, girl. So it's currently October, and this December will hit a year of me being officially out of college. It doesn't even feel like it, honestly, but at the same time it does. 2021 has just been like a whirlwind of like emotions, tests, trials. I feel like everybody can really attest to that because 2020 was crazy. 2021 was just like still trying to pick up the pieces, you know, from the previous year. So I kind of just wanted to share with you guys like what exactly I learned from being a year out of school, the good, the bad, the ugly. And disclaimer, through everything that I'm about to say, I have never experienced post-grad depression. I never wanted to claim that over my life. I feel like that's something that some take heavier than others, and that's something that I never even wanted to like stamp myself with because I know how deep that can run. Essentially, it's life, and like we can get over it, you know what I'm saying? Number 1 lesson I've learned out of college: patience is a virtue. Rushing the process after school was just not the best idea. Like when I tell you it was in my plans to move out, it was in my plans to move out by March of this year, and I'm still here. I was like, yeah, I'm moving out. I'm getting a suite for my business in the city of Atlanta. Didn't happen. And yes, you know, it's good to like set these goals, but like realistically, I just kind of like predetermined what life would be after college. And I was like, yeah, like I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to get stagnant. I don't want to, you know, be stuck. So let me just like with the quickness move on. Realizing like slow down was probably the best thing ever. I'm confident in that where I am now is exactly where I need to be. When you're trying to like rush and do things like out of God's pace, it's always gonna backfire on you. Stay the course, stick your ground, do the work behind closed doors, okay? Because faith without work is dead. Everything worked out, so be patient. The second biggest thing I learned was creating a routine. Guys, I'm not talking about no rich people morning routine. Create a routine designated for you, okay? Adjust it to your life, because when I tell you you're gonna need it, you're gonna need it. And also, your circumstances won't change unless it starts with you. I realized like I was waking up super duper tired, lack of energy, could barely make it throughout the day. I had to like put a stop to it. Let me do right by myself. So I started taking my vitamins. I started drinking my chlorophyll water every morning, waking up, going to the gym first thing in the morning, making sure that I get my devotion in on time, making sure that I'm eating throughout the day, okay? I know we struggle with that, guys, but making sure that we're eating throughout the day. Even if you know, have to start out with every other day, that's fine too, but a routine is just so important. And I feel like you see the advancement. You see the advancement of yourself through a routine. Personal development. That personal development is worth far more than like having things out of whack, having your brain fogged up, clogged with so many different tabs open in your head. Like setting a routine, 10 out of 10, probably one of the best things I could have done after college. My third and probably absolute favorite lesson that I've learned is self-care often. Like, y'all, I'm the queen. I'm the queen of self-care. Okay. One thing about me, I'll take off work to self-care. I will cut my day short. I will drop everything and say, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm about to get my nails done. I'm about to go to the store. I'm about to get me some Starbucks. I'm about to pour a glass of wine. Like that's, self-care is everything. And not overindulging, obviously, and like forgetting about your priorities and your responsibilities, but like consider yourself like a car, right? Like my trainer tells me this all the time. If you don't take care of the transmission, if you don't get the oil change, if you don't, you know, check up on the car, like you gonna be breaking down like a bad transmission. That shouldn't be going on, you know? And like my dad even put it into my head too, because I have a very hard time with like saying no. He told me the other day, he was like, but if you don't, you know, where's that gonna leave you? Like you can't give that energy to anybody else if you don't give it to yourself first. It goes far beyond just like the physical. Like self-care can be a mental thing too, divine intervention even. And I feel like self-care, especially young Black people who like run businesses or are working corporate jobs, we don't give ourselves that time. Who got me if I don't got me? Fourth lesson, and very important at that, save aggressively. All caps, aggressively. Save aggressively. On top of saving aggressively, build your credit, find a CPA to talk to, find a financial advisor. Guys, like I can't stress this enough. I've learned a lot about finances in just a year. Obviously you guys know that I got my my breast augmentation. Like I was able to do that because I saved even during school when I wasn't really making much. You know, you can make all this money, but it's like if you're not saving it, if you're not investing it into bigger and better, what exactly are you doing? My fifth lesson is to travel often. Y'all love my travel vlogs. I'm always somewhere, all right? It might not be once a month, which that's the goal. Like I'm trying to get to where I travel at least once a month. Explore, be somewhere else where you're not accustomed to. And speaking of finances, prior to, it doesn't really take a lot of money to travel, honestly, if you're just smart about it. Use travel agents. I use a travel agent. Smaller trips, like I just use TikTok to just tell me like what the good places are, what exactly I can do, create a little itinerary, and I do it. Life is clearly so short, and we've all realized that in 2020 to now, so we really have to just make the best out of it. One of the biggest things I realized was to disconnect often. Society's not really fond of social media. People are not really fond of, and I never used to be fond of it either. I always thought if I'm not showing face on social media, looking for someone else's face on social media, what am I doing? And I know some people still feel like that. Some people still think like that. Not even just social media, just disconnecting from, fasting from whatever it is that has you distracted throughout the week, throughout the day. I feel like it's okay to, you know, use social media to your benefit. Keep up with the things that inspire you. Keep up with the things that make you feel good inside. Keep up with the people that encourage you. Catering your social media to what exactly you need it to be is very important. It gets really toxic. It's a big reason why I had deleted Twitter. I don't really think anybody really noticed. I think July was my very last time on Twitter, and it started as a social media break. So I was on break between Instagram and Twitter. Too many opinionated people, like I really just could care less. So when I got back on it and I was just scrolling, I'm just like, dang, like why do I have this? If anything, I felt like I was more so abusing the app too, because I wasn't taking my time to disconnect from it. I feel like if you're spending all your time on social media, unless you're like running a business, influencing, whatever, like you don't need to be on it that much. She's back, okay? Because lesson number 7 is heavy. I have learned that people are seasonal. I always say this, people come into your life for 3 different reasons: a reason, a season, or a lifetime. A reason obviously to teach you a lesson, a season that, you know, you probably needed them or they probably needed you in that season of your life. I feel like God definitely intentionally sends people for those reasons, or a lifetime. Some people are literally there to stay, and it's been hard. It's been really hard to like discern who's there for the long run, who's there for just a season, a reason, whatever. I've been through it with friends. When they show they're behind the first time, believe them. Point blank, period. Because they know exactly what they did, they know exactly who you are, they know exactly who they are, and they knew that they didn't have no business treating you the way that they did. When you show up as like a good person to everybody that you encounter, to everybody that you meet, to everybody that you're in relations with, whether it be intimate, friendship, family relationships, business relationships, whatever, you know that when somebody does you wrong, dirty, whatever, like, you know that it's just your time to walk away. I'm speaking in reference to like, once you've analyzed your actions, once you've taken ownership, once you've done all the self-reflection that you have, and then you sit back and say, okay, but why are they still being weird to me? But why am I still feeling the way that I'm feeling? But why does it still feel like I'm giving out 150% and they just giving out 50? That's when you have to kind of like reevaluate a little bit, because not everybody needs to be in your life, and especially if you prayed for it. Ooh, that's another thing. When you pray that God remove anybody from your life that's not there to benefit you, and then you see people start dropping like flies, that's when you know you prayed for it. So it's happening. So you better listen, let it go, talk less, remove yourself, walk away little by little. It's really just something that I've just learned to accept. One thing I can say is God really blessed me with like great people who I feel like are very permanent friends. Very, very blessed and happy to say that. People that y'all used to see on my channel, people that I used to take trips with. So lesson number 8 is pretty heavy too. It's trusting your intuition, but don't make a move until it's confirmed by God. I'm gonna talk about God, okay? I'm gonna talk about God regardless. I'm a very strong-minded person, very determined, very like go-getter, very I want that, I'm gonna get it, I see it, I'm gonna do it. I've never really been like with the crowd, with the he said, she said. Like, I'm always doing the opposite of what people are doing just because like I like things my way. I definitely trust myself more than anything. It's easy to make a move without praying about it. It's easy to make a move without waiting on that confirmation from God. And obviously he's not a fleshly human being, but like if y'all really just take the time to really like sit in his presence and hear his spirit, like, and just opening up your ears and your heart and your mind and your eyes to like see the signs as you go along your weeks, along your days, like you'll realize some things aren't confirmed, some things are denied, some things are confirmed and they're confirmed really heavy, and then those are, you know, stepping stones to your next level of intuition. So it's just a lot that goes into it, a lot of like unlocking as far as like personal development, relationship with God. Because I didn't trust my intuition on a lot of like decisions, a lot of like business decisions, relationship decisions, it really like left me in the gutter sometimes. Now like I wish, like, okay, I wish I would have been smarter back then, but I'm thankful because, you know, I'm here to tell you guys lesson learned, but at the same time I do wish that I would have been a little bit smarter. Wow, lesson number 9, boundaries, babe. So cliche, but I'll get with this cliche statement. Like, I'm sweating the big stuff right now, whether it be work, pleasure, boundaries within yourself. I've had to like change my whole demeanor, like from college to now. I was so nice in school, and I'm still very nice now, but like I was too nice. People told me, and my mom included, and you know, your mama tell you something, you know it's right. You're too nice, like you're too giving, you're too lenient. And those days are over, like, especially within business. Like, for anybody that runs a business, y'all know without me even having to say it, but people will act like you their best friend when really all you are is their service provider, run you over, tell you what the rules are. Like, babe, you're paying me. What are you doing? Be firm. Sit myself down and say, cut it out. Setting those boundaries within myself and just being so strong to do that, like, I really do applaud myself. And my last and final lesson, which is so dear to my heart, is whatever you do, seek God first and get to know him for yourself. Really emphasizing the word seek, that's so important. There's a song called I Surrender. Oh my gosh, this song just made me realize like how much God sees me when I couldn't see myself. Ooh, that's a word. God sees me and saw me back then that I could not see myself, and the fact that I acknowledged that and kept going is literally what brought me here to this day. Sometimes we can be so down in the dumps and think like we're never gonna get out of this. If God loved me, why would he let me be in this position? But it's like, if you would just think, like, his ways are higher than our ways, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. The little discernment that we have, the little faith that we have, times 100 with him. He knows every strand of hair on our heads. He knew us when we were in our mother's womb. Like, he knows us. When you seek him, that's when you start to really find like who he is to you. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that I've encountered. I'll be over here kikiing, laughing with him, like just thinking like, God, you're so funny. These little lessons that he be teaching me, like, wow, God, like you're a comedian, like you're funny. I'm not gonna lie, like I fell off. I definitely fell off. Like after graduating college, like when I was going through it at the beginning of the year, just really trying to find my way, I definitely lost myself. I lost myself in people and things and social media, all of that. He's omnipresent. He's always gonna be there. Wherever you go, you'll find him. In the song, it literally says, I'm fighting for you. All you have to do is surrender. And I think that's just such a beautiful thing, because we don't have to walk this walk alone. Things were hard then, things are even harder now sometimes, but like, I'm not alone on this walk, and I'm just so thankful just to know that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've learned being a year out of college. So grateful for all the lessons learned. I'm hoping that 2022, second year out of school, will be even better. I'm excited for the journey. So if y'all resonated with anything that I said tonight, please like the video. Please thumbs it up. Get this video out there to other people. Share with your friends. Comment on what you have related with. Subscribe to my channel, guys, because there's more advice talks coming. Don't forget to use my discount code TOLDBYASHLEY. I will see you guys in the next video. Good night.